Only 5,610 pounds, the new 235 RKS J Flight by Jayco here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. This is a smart half-ton towable or big SUV towable couples camper. It really mixes equal parts fun, function, entertainment, common sense. I mean, it's a really good blend of a lot of smart things that I think any sort of like simple couples camping arrangement is going to be looking for. One of the neat facets of this floor plan right here, this 235 Jayco at Haylett RV, is that with the slide closed, the RV, frankly, is 100% functional. Now there's a couple areas it gets tight, like if you wanted to get back here, if you wanted to warm something up on the road, it's a little tight, but if you had to, for a quick travel stop, you could still make it. And short of that, you see that you can still get to all of the kitchen storage here. And then really that's the neat thing. This is 100% accessible and functional in transit. Now there's a little spot right here where once again it gets a little tight, but I'm like a 200-pound guy and I can sneak through here and voila, just like that. Now I'm in the full bathroom, I'm in the bedroom. I can get to every single darn thing in here without the need to use the second door. Now maybe you're a little bit bigger than me. I'm not the smallest person out there, but I'm obviously not the biggest. And if you're a little bit, wider than me, so to speak, maybe you need that second door. But the fact is, no matter what, you can pretty much get through everything here while you're on the road. And when you open her up, you're just kind of like, huh, that's different. And then you start looking around, you're like, oh, that's neat. Oh, that's neat. Like, there's like 12 of those little, oh, that neat kind of features throughout the RV. It's a really interesting balance of like space, storage, function, fashion, everything kind of all in one. But it also has an incredible amount of storage, a really nice bathroom, comfortable bedroom. I mean, a lot of really neat things going on in here. That's kind of tripping me out that there's a camper moving in the background through that window here. It's messing with my just sense of orientation for a second. I felt like maybe we should be moving. So let's start back here in the kitchen. First of all, how about the fact that we have just like a straight 8-foot wide countertop? I mean, this is great. And it is the pressed membrane style countertop. So if we get up here and we take a look, you can see that there's no seams where water can penetrate in here. There are easy reach power outlets, so your appliances can always reach. You don't have to be, have extension cords to get to plugs under the overhead cabinets because they're not present here. But really, it's the total amount of storage in this one that just really, it was the first thing, because like I walked in this the first time I saw it, I was like, huh, interesting. But when I started seeing all the storage, I was just like, wow. Under the sink here is really where it starts, and I love that this is just wide open. Now, if you felt like putting some sort of shelf organizer in there, no problem. As long as there's space, you can do something with it. It's when there's no space that you're in trouble. Also great for a large wastebasket. With this being a kitchen-focused floor plan, I think you are probably going to, although, I don't know, there's a lot of areas you could say this is kitchen-focused, it's bathroom-focused, it's entertainment-focused, it's got a lot of focuses. Or foci, I suppose you could say. Plywood full extension drawers here. Just because this is Jayco's more basic series doesn't mean it's their cheaper built series. Like you can see the plywood drawers here. Above this beautiful power theater recliner that we're going to look at in more depth in a minute. This is all pocket screwed cabinetry. If you get up here a little bit closer, you put your hands on them, you can feel this is all hardwood cabinet door framing. So they're still using the same style of construction they use in bigger RVs, just in a simpler application. I also really like the fact that kitchen window is just far enough away from the stovetop that to meet fire code, they do not need to use a set of metal mini blinds. So this is all pleated nightshades all the way through. And as you can see, even when the windows are staring straight at the sun, you can pretty much blot out the sun with those things. Everything is just in a simple, easy, smart, intelligent location. One of the best parts of this floor plan is actually having the refrigerator in the slide out off the floor plan. And if I back up a little bit here, you can see how deep the slide, the fridge, and the pantry are. Neat little thing Jayco usually does too is they give you magnet-friendly refrigerator door inserts, and that kind of sounds like a simple sort of thing, but it's another function in this space. And in a smaller RV, anytime you can get one thing to do two things, you're gonna win. Now this is really cool here because once again, it's the idea of doing one thing with two things. So straight across from the seating, you've got like a big door side window, as you might have noticed, but you've also got that window there in the slide out. Well, if you want, you can, there's a power lift TV that you can pop up right here, so that when it is entertainment time, you've got that Bluetooth stereo down there with an HDMI expansion port and plenty of counter space above it if you wanted to add some extra devices, and an electric space heating fireplace below that's remote controlled. So you've got a heated power theater recliner we're going to look at in a second, and you've got a electric space heating fireplace plus the traditional propane furnace. This little thing can get nice and roasty toasty here in the living room without ever turning on the furnace. But then again, when it comes to entertainment time, you're going to be all set and ready to go as well. Because when you're ready for it, it's there. Neat little 12-volt powered power-up downlift. One of the things I like about that is the security of it. Unlike a gas strut, where like if the trigger gets clipped from just jarring really hard in transit, that TV is going to stay where you put it. I do recommend you tow with it in the down position, but I mean, it really kind of doesn't matter what you want to do with it. It's just there when you need it. Now we've got all LED lighting in here, and they actually put a pretty fair amount of it in. There's like 5, 6, 7, 8 lights all here in this little living room. And despite the small size of this camper, we still have central air. We still have central heating. I mean, it's just really well detailed and really intelligent. Now I love the fact that we have this window right here. One, it's going to be great airflow when you're sitting on the seating, but secondly, it's staring out at the campsite of the RV. It's looking out under the awning to look at your campsite, not just the neighbors. And then down here, again, because this is, you know, again, this floor plan has multiple different focuses, they've got a power theater recliner right here. Heat massage features, all kinds of fun stuff. So one of the neat things on a power recliner is that it's not either all the way up or all the way down. You can move it like halfway up to find the sweet spot to really take the pressure off your legs. But one of the things you're thinking is, yeah, but where do I eat? Well, imagine that. They thought of that too. Sliding and hiding behind the sofa back here in its own little purpose-built travel bracket is this neat little floating picnic table. And it just slides in there. It buttons in place so that it doesn't roll anywhere going down the road, and it works fantastically. Now, when we first saw the prototype of this, it actually had a pedestal mount in the floor in front of a power theater recliner, and I immediately went, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. This table, you can easily, when you're done eating, just kind of slide it out of the way, and then you can recline. But with that pedestal mount, you have to get up and wrestle with this thing, and I don't know, I'm not really all about that. I don't think that we went this far to get a nice power theater heated massage recliner to have a pedestal table. And I love that they listened. And maybe listening is one of the reasons, because there's a lot of reasons, but maybe it's one of the reasons that the J-Flight is and has been the #1 selling RV since 2005 and counting. And that's a pretty massive achievement. Now we've got a huge sort of like farm-style sliding door here, and you notice you have the same thing moving into the master bedroom. You've got dual mega-sized doors, but as we come through here in the bathroom, you've got a matching mega-sized mirror. And as if this huge 8-foot wide bathroom wasn't big enough, that makes it feel even larger. But, you know, this is a smaller living room, and I think it's the more wide open nature of this bathroom that helps you feel not quite so cramped and claustrophobic, and just awesome cabinet countertop space here in this bathroom, as you can see. Now, behind the foot flush stool, we do have a handy sort of vertical linen cabinet. Now, the lighting is not super friendly right now next to that shower, so just to kind of give you an idea, it's deep enough if you want to fold some towels, you can get them in there, but this shower's massive. I mean, this is a huge shower. So it's the whole thing with this camper, something I should have mentioned earlier. I was so thrown off by the fact that it's a new RV, I forgot some of my old traditional stuff I talk about on J-Flights. And that the ceiling of this camper is taller. It's got a 6'9" interior as opposed to 6'6". So what that means is the whole RV is taller. I mean, we've got taller cabinets, taller slide, more headroom, a bigger open spacious feel, which I think in a smaller living room like this works amazingly well. Not to mention the fact that a bigger person like me can stand in the shower all day, every day, and not have to have my head in the bubble. I could, if I wanted to, but I don't have to. Plus, if you're looking for elbow room, or if you want to get a little plastic stool because sitting to bathe is safer, easier, more convenient for you, shave your legs, whatever, this one will get it done, and it'll get it done nicely. Remember, we do have that sliding pocket door here for the bedroom. And as we saw when the slide was closed, you can get up here, even if you're a moderately sized person, a little bit bigger like me. But if no matter what, with that second door to the bedroom, you can always get here as well. Now, if you're kind of like, there's a lot of people like, I don't like a door straight to my bedroom. Guys, remember, deadbolts, you know, you can make sure that nobody can open that thing. Now, we've got a simple but effective walk-around front bed right here. You've got your wide open dual side stands, and with those household outlets, they're very, very CPAP friendly. But another thing here that I really appreciated about this, even though, again, it's a more basic series, it still has, voila, an easy lift bed system right here. So with those double gas struts, that pops up easy. And if we take a knee, we can take note of the fact that even under the bed here, where they don't really expect you to look, they're still using plywood. And that's a neat thing here. Even in Jayco's most basic series, they don't use OSB and particle board. They still use higher grade materials, which is probably one of the many reasons that they also have double the warranty of anyone else in this class. Now, you've already got a TV in the living room. If you choose to add a TV to the bedroom, they've got a handy little quick release mount right here. And what's neat about this is that of course, I'm not left-handed, so I always struggle to do this left-handed. You can pop that off with one hand, and you could float a TV outside to the outdoor entertainment center. Now, as I stand up, we're going to be treated to a nice blast of bright light from the morning sun right in our faces here. But I wanted to get, give you a decent look at it on the front corner here before we got too far along. Now, right up front here, we do have a very large pass-through, like almost any J-Flight SLX. This is something they do very well. They use larger, wider, taller baggage doors on both sides of the camper. Plus, you've got just massive full access to the storage. And remember, you can lift the bed up to get there as well. Now, important neat little detail here is that all of the marker and tail lights, they're all LED, even here in a basic J-Flight SLX. And again, they're still top sealed. Jayco still does that extra thing to prevent, leaks, anything like that, from the base factory level, which again, probably not an accident that they have twice the warranty of everybody else. So right up front by the tongue, there is a simple side mount solar prep, easy to put portable panels in the front pass-through storage there. Now, this is the more simple series. You'll have 20-pound tanks versus 30s like the Big Brother J-Flights, but I kind of like 20-pound tanks because they're easier to exchange. And let's say it's Sunday and you're trying to cook something and you run out of propane. No big deal. Go to a gas station. I mean, you can swap a 20-pound tank anywhere if you need to. Over here, we do have a full outside utility shower with hot and cold right next to your dump station, which makes a lot of sense. And something I don't want to just gloss over is the fact that this is riding on best-in-class Goodyear tires, rated for 87 mile an hour. American source product right there. That is something that in this class category and price point, I don't believe anybody else is doing. Actually, I think other than Jayco, there's almost nobody in any price point using better Goodyear tires. Here's another cool thing. This has the new J Smart lighting system. It stands for signals, markers, and reverse travel. In English, what it does. Notice how we've got a ton of upper clearance lights in the back here. Well, when you flip on, let's say, that left turn signal, those extra upper lights and all of the associated side marker lights will also blink with your signals, not just the tail lights. Just like a semi-tractor trailer. It's not new technology. It's just that basically nobody else in the RV industry is doing it. Now, the RT portion, reverse travel, has been kind of adopted by a few other brands because it's less expensive and easy to do. It doesn't take any sort of special controller package. But you've got reverse lighting built right into your taillights here, just like your vehicle. And those things are no joke. Even midday, if you're backing up, someone's going to know it because they can see it. We are backup camera ready. This does have Jayco's Magnum Truss roof system as well. This has the heaviest constructed roof in a travel trailer class, rated for 4,200 pounds roughly. The next closest thing being about 28. So, way over the top roof construction there. But just because it's simple doesn't mean it can't be built to last. Less expensive doesn't have to mean less quality, guys. And that's what Jayco's accomplishing here, I think, with things like having heavier roof trusses, plywood roof decking, and 5/8 tongue groove plywood floor decking, all the way down to those better class Goodyear tires. But how about the awning on this one? Excellent placement. Covers both entry doors, which is a really nice thing. But it offers a little extra clearance over here on the, I guess you call it the main entry door to the kitchen living area. That way, if it is raining a little bit, you don't get that little spritz and spray off the edge of the awning kind of bleeding into your living space there. It does have an auto rain dump feature. It does have a manual tilt and lock with these handy little tab adjustments there. We also have our outside speakers built right down here into the awning. I like this for a couple reasons. One, when the awning's open, they're pointing down at your campsite. And two, when the awning's closed, the speakers are here at head level. They're not all the way up here or all the way up there, where all you're doing is blowing away the neighbors. It just makes a lot more sense to me. You can see that we do have a full LED lighting below here, and just a nice, awesome, wide open patio space. And remember that floating table that we saw earlier? One of the cool things about this thing being so small and light is now we've got a built-in picnic table with this J-Flight. You don't have to use it inside. You don't have to use it at all. But if you choose to, you could use it anywhere. I suppose, in theory, if you wanted to, you could put it in the shower, but I don't know why you would ever do that. Remember, again, we do have a removable outside, inside-outside TV bracket. If you choose to bring a little TV to float between rooms, it'd just hook up right there on the side. I think we're good to go. Just little detail things, too, like the fact that, you know, they have triple steps on both doors. They don't try to scale down to doubles on your main entry door. It just, you know, there's no corner cut here. Like, look at this little detail. How about the fact that they're giving you the handy little, you know, foot pad so that, one, your tongue jack doesn't sink into the dirt at your destination and you don't necessarily have to bring wood blocks, but you're also saving like 9 inches of crank time on that tongue jack. So these newer, bigger, taller sitting half tons, it's like trucks keep getting taller, but camper jacks haven't really gotten much bigger. Well, it's really nice that you can actually get this one hitched up onto your truck without needing a, you know, like 10 feet of blocks or anything. Now on the bottom left there you can see Mr. Jody doing some quick inspection quality control for us. We pre-inspect everything before we accept it here at Haylett RV, then we put it through full burns to make sure, you know, you don't have any surprises on your first camping trip. We actually do full, I said burns plural. We will pull it in the shop before you buy it and check everything out, and then before you take it home, we pull it into the shop and do everything again. So, you know, we've done everything we reasonably can to make sure this thing's in good working order for you. So, if you have any questions, give us a call. This is going to be a popular one. I have no doubt about that. It's a new model, but it's an instant classic kind of thing. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.